In 2021, India sold 22 lakh cars, out of which only 12,445 were electric vehicles. But why is there a big push and big cry about electric vehicles in India? Why do people think that there is a future to it? The reason behind it is very simple. The government is pushing for EVs. Why is the government doing so? There are multifold of reasons. One of them being 85% of crude oil that is used in India is imported, and it right now accounts for 30% or 165 billion of all the imports that are being done. And by 2030, Indians are going to have cars and automobiles as a requirement. And according to an estimate, Indian GDP is going to grow at an average of 7 to 9%, and because of this, 40 crore Indians will require mobility solutions by 2030. Also, India wants to be carbon net neutral by 2070, and in order to push towards this, India needs to achieve 30 by 2030. What is 30 by 2030 mean? It means that all the automobiles that are being shipped out of companies by 2030, 30% have to be electric. But is that the story in the market right now? Why only 12,445 cars were shipped out of the 22 lakh, and why they were electric? The reason behind it is people are not early adopters. Today, if I want to have a choice in between electric cars and petrol or diesel cars, I would still choose petrol. The reason behind it is I'm not very sure about the range of my car. I'm not very sure about the stability of the battery that is there in it. I'm not very sure about where am I going to charge it. The number of charging stations are less, and that is causing the confusion. In addition to this, the initial cost involved. Electric cars are anywhere about 1 to 2 lakh expensive than the top end variant of the same car, which is a petrol version of it. Are these things going to change? If yes, by when? The answer to this question is yes, soon these things are going to change. Why is that so? Let us look at it. What are the companies saying? What are the companies doing about it? And is there a lot of interest in this EV space? Are new people entering into the market? Yes. Adani Gas 2 days back announced that it is going to partner with someone to set up electric charging stations. And one of the most reluctant players in the Indian market, the biggest car seller, Maruti, is setting up a 10,450 crore rupees factory to get out EVs by 2025-2026. If this is not an indication that you wanted, then nothing else can be a better indicator than this. But then, what are investors going to do about it? What is the opportunity that is in front of the investors, and which are the stocks that investors need to invest in? Let us look at that in this video.
This is what an EV looks like. Apart from the obvious battery pack, it also consists of electric motors, transmissions, motor drives, tires, and such. An answer to who manufactures these should be the first question to ask. A few obvious players: Tata Motors caters India, Europe and China, has 98% market share right now. Mahindra and Mahindra, one of the early players in the EV market. Hyundai, MG and Kia, but sadly these are not listed in the Indian market. Who charges your car? Tata Power, Adani Gas, IOCL, HPCL, BPCL. Everyone wants to have a cut in this. Who manufactures ancillary parts? Minda Corp is involved in manufacturing security systems, wiring harness, couplers and terminals. It has acquired EL Labs to focus on EV R&D. Lumax is the next big player, manufactures lights and LEDs. It already enjoys 60% market share. Motherson Sumi is involved in wiring harness, and EVs need 20% more wiring harness than normal vehicles. Suprajit Industries is involved in body and door cables and light duty cables, expects a revenue growth of 20% from the current 5%. Tires. EVs don't fly. They need tires. So the tire manufacturers are also happy with respect to this. Now to the most important part, batteries. We now use lithium ion, but this leaves us at the mercy of China because of the Li mines which it owns. There is a big push by the Indian government to move towards sodium ion or Na ion battery. There are a set of problems with this, but we will fix it in time. Who are the big players? Amar Raja, Tata Chemicals, Exide, Gujarat Fluorochemicals, Tatva Chintan all have their say here. Reliance and Ola Electric can also be disruptive here because they have big plans for the EV space as well. But here, any new invention would mean a company gaining upper hand over the other in the rat race. So we need to be careful about it. In addition to this, there are a few silent players. Reliance, not so silent with its green and EV initiatives. Greaves Cotton manufactures spares, powertrain solutions and generator sets for EVs. Carborundum Universal and Grindwell Norton could be very big players because they provide silicon carbide, and that is very much important for EV terminals. Bonus stock. Who sells highest number of EV buses? Tata or the Ashok Leyland? No. The answer is Electra Greentech. It enjoys 40% market share in the EV bus space. In addition to this, copper and aluminium players like Hind Copper and Nalco are also the stocks you need to look at. How far is this EV disruption going to go? How long is it going to last? Nobody knows. But when the bull runs, hold it by the horn and ride it. A word of advice, these are not in any way stock recommendations. These are just for awareness. Please do your analysis before investing. Thank you.